All right, so we're going to be moving on to G1, which is solving problems involving scale factors, drawings of geometric figures, including computing actual lengths and areas of scale factors, drawing, and reproducing a scale factor at a different scale. In other words, we are going to be solving and computing scale factor drawings. So you can look at the textbook pages 168 through 178, page 180, and 186 to 187 is actually going to be the unit we're going to be covering. So like I said, our target today is we're actually just going to use ratios to determine if two figures are similar. This is the first video of our lesson. The vocabulary words are similar, corresponding sides, and corresponding angles. Now these are vocabulary words that were covered in 6th grade content, so you can look back at that material, but it is in our textbook to go over the phrases. But similar figures. Similar figures are figures that have the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. The symbol, and I will circle that for us, this symbol means it is similar to. Corresponding angles of two or more similar polygons are the same relative position. In other words, if the shapes are actually lined up exactly the same, they are the side that is both on this figure left. So we can actually write this out by saying side AB, we do that with a line, is similar to and corresponds with DE. Now this is something we can actually test. And just a little side note, if you want to read that again, you can pause or rewind back. And this is how I just wrote it out. Side AB is written with a line over it. So let's actually look at a problem. Now if you look closely at these figures, figure ABC, and figure DEF, we're making the statement are possibly similar. Now we can test this by matching up the corresponding sides. So looking closely at the two figures, let me switch to my highlighter for you. Looking at the smaller side, AB, if we were to look on triangle DEF, which side is actually smaller? We notice that side DE is. And so when we go to write this out as corresponding pieces, you'll notice we put side AB and DE stacked on top of each other. So AB went on top, so we're going to write down 4. And then DE is on bottom, so we write down 16. So our ratio is 4/16. Now when we simplify this, 4/16 down, it becomes 1/4. Now for this to be a similar figure, each side of the triangle would have to do the same thing. So we can go through each piece of the triangle, and next we'll look at BC, side BC, and we notice that that's going to be the medium side length, and so that will actually match up to EF. Now a common mistake people are going to make here, they're going to look at the BC and see that it's the bottom part, and move over to the next triangle and try to do the same thing and say that DF is the bottom. Well, the corresponding parts are actually BC and EF. So since those are corresponding pieces, we're going to look next. 7 will go on top because that's the BC, and then next we'll have the 28, and 7 over 28 becomes 1/4. And then we test our final side. We're going to test AC, the longest side, compared to DF, the longest side. So those are going to be the corresponding pieces. And once again, it was 10 over 40, and so we simplify that down into 1/4. So because each side was corresponding, we can actually test this, and each part was 1/4, and since every part's matching up with the same ratio, we say these are similar figures. All right, if you need to go back over this video, you can rewind back. Now there is another section to this. We want to do a little trial problem. And so we're going to compare once again triangle ABC to triangle DEF. Now, looking at these numbers, I want you to pause the video right now. I want you to solve this out. Be sure to bring this problem to class tomorrow as evidence that you watched this video, and you can show us the work that you did. All right. I'm actually going to work this out at this point, and so you can check your answer with mine. First thing I'm going to look at is side AB. I need to determine which side corresponds with AB. So if I notice on this triangle, AB is only 3 inches. Now that's the small side with this piece. So if I look over at DEF, we can identify DE as the next smallest. So I'm going to compare AB and DE. And so that's going to be compared as 3 over 9, which will reduce down into 1/3. Now I can't just stop. I have to go through each part of the triangle. So next I'm going to look at BC. And it's the medium length, and I can see that EF is actually the medium length. And so we'll do 7 over 21, which once again reduces down to 1/3. Now, just because I've got 2 out of 3 done doesn't mean I stop. I need to look at the last side, AC, and it will match up with DF. AC over DF, which is 9 over 27, which once again becomes 1/3. So this too is a similar thing. Now, if this failed in one of the spots, we would say it is not similar. So once again, please bring this problem to class tomorrow to demonstrate that you did watch the video.